Hi YouTube, it's Lena and I'm here today with my finished 20 by 2020 project pan update. I am doing this in collab with some of my friends from the Geeks and Beauties community. I will be linking them down below. So I finished three items, but I'm going to be putting in 4 because one thing's like a day from being done. So I figured I'll just go ahead and add a product for it. But first I have the MAC Matte Fix Plus spray. There is no more. And that is where it was last time. So no surprise there, it finished pretty quickly. I did wind up finishing the iconic brow cushion. Then I did eventually find the little brush thing that had come with it, but I mean, it doesn't look any different, and I forgot to weigh it, so I don't even have that kind of interest in there, but I have to like beat my brush in there to get any product out now, and it takes forever, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done. It's a cushion product. They dry out in like 2 months anyway, no matter how much or how little you use. But the reason why I put it in here was because I got it in my Boxy Luxe box, and I did really like it, so I didn't want it to like dry out just sitting in my stuff. I also finished up the Lancome pencil. I can't get this into my sharpener anymore, so I'm not going to worry about it. And the product that I'm going ahead and replacing, even though I do have like a day's worth of product left, is the eyeshadow in Koi from one of my Bad Habit palettes. Now I was like, that's empty. Oh, today I actually like crushed it up and put it into a little container because it was just easier to use, but I will use that up tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't want to wait a day to film just so I can have another empty. I'm just going to go ahead and replace it tonight and it'll be fine. So here is the progress on everything else. Here is my Tarteist Pro Glow liquid highlighter. I didn't use it today, so it's actually exactly the same as it is in my Finish 19 by 2019. That thing is gonna last me forever. Somebody suggested to like put it on under my foundation because it's actually a little too dark for me to use as like a regular highlighter. That's why I usually just mix it in with my foundation, but I can't use a lot because it's too dark. And that's a great idea, I just have to remember to do it. She said to use it kind of like a bronzer. So actually that does make a lot of sense. I know Kat from Beauty News used up something, that Benefit Watts Up highlighter. She used that up basically in that same way. So it's a brilliant idea, I just have to remember to do it. Let's see, I have my 2 lipsticks that I'm working on currently. I have 4 in here, but I set 2 to the side. They're still technically in here. I'm not working on them right now. And this one, the Too Faced La Creme lipstick, I haven't actually used this past month. So it is exactly the same as it was last month. And I'm probably not going to use it this month either because I'm really trying to finish this one. It's what I'm wearing now. It's what I wear every day that I wear makeup. I'm kind of sick of it, even though it's a really pretty color. But here is where we are at. It looks kind of chewed on because, you know, getting a lot of use here. But let me show you as best as I can because it's messy, the mark in my notebook. It is this one right by my fingers here. I don't have a ton left because I've been kind of focusing on it more and more to the point where like that's the only lipstick I wore this past month. Except for like one day I wore this because I got it in my Ipsy Glam bag. And like I said, I'm honestly really sick of it at this point. My hair is so frizzy. This because I keep touching it and making it worse. But I keep wanting to meddle with it to make it look better. Sorry. Let's see. My Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I have mentioned before I wanted to try this as like a foundation one day. And it does work as a high coverage foundation, like super high coverage foundation. But it does not last on me at all. Like it is something that I could purely use to like sit down, film, and then immediately take off. Like no matter what primer or anything I put underneath it, it just like dies in an hour. Which it's not made to be a long-term foundation. It's made to be like a concealer. So yeah, anyways. I did make a little bit of progress on it. I actually had to use a good bit of it today because not only am I a little bit broken out, I have like, I don't know, I hope you can't see it because I tried to cover it up, but I have like a scratch right here that I guess I did in my sleep, which I do sometimes. For some reason, I seem to scratch my face in my sleep. See? Hair, it's everywhere. But I know I should just probably like trim my nails, but they for nails that break pretty quickly, they also grow really fast. So I just don't keep up with trimming them like I should. Like, they're not even painted right now. I took my nail polish off the other day, although they are kind of dirty. So that's a little embarrassing. But yeah, that's why I had to use like a lot of it today. And the foundation sample that I used, this BB cream right here, has like no coverage to it. So I was like, okay, I have to go all over my face with this damn concealer, which good to use up. It's old, I really need to use it up. But not so good for the BB cream. Anyways, other concealer that I'm panning that I will certainly finish in the next month is the Maybelline Master Conceal. Because I also use this as like a mixer for my foundation to help lighten it up. But last month we were here. Please excuse my dogs. This month we are here, and like I said, I have like almost none left. But I also learned the trick to use this as like a foundation mixer from Kat from Beauty News, actually. So that's how I've been using it up too, because it's actually not too light for me. It is great for like putting under my eyes, so it is a little bit brightening, but it also just mixes really well with foundations. Like, something about it works really well. This does not. Tried that too. All right, next I have my Black Radiance primer that I totally forgot to put on today. I put on a pore filling primer in the center of my face, and for some reason completely blanked on this. So there's like no progress on it. So sorry, my bad. I totally forgot to wear it. Let me make sure I haven't skipped anything. The e.l.f. face palette. But here's what it looked like last time. And here it is today. So I did manage to hit the side on the highlighter, like just barely, but I did. I really thought I was gonna finish that bronzer this month, but not quite. But everything is really thin now. So like, I did repress it from last time because it was like all up in the corners. And I still have done like no progress on these blushes. Like, something about these blushes are way more packed than the bronzer and highlighter, which everybody else that I've seen that has pan in these has pan in the bronzer and highlighter, or has used them up completely. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this at the end of the year, because I don't want to keep it just for the freaking blushes. I would rather buy a new one and get the highlight and bronzer back than just keep this for the blushes, but I wouldn't do that either because I have so many. Like, one of the things I love about that is like, it has everything in it, and I can travel with it when like I go see my mom, or I go to my grandmother's for family events or stuff like that. But you know, once the bronzer and the highlighter are gone, it's just a couple of blushes. And I have other face palettes that I can travel with and not have to worry about packing 3 or 4 different things. It's not late at night, so I don't have my dogs in here to leave my cat alone. So you can hear them. Yay. Next, I have the Ladykin Vampire Dark Repair Cream. This is my nighttime moisturizer. I should be taking pictures of this because like the progress on it is actually kind of huge this much, but I've been weighing it, so. Here's what it looks like now. It's definitely cleared out a lot of the bottom without really pushing product around. So that's actually like product missing at this point. I don't know how much longer this is going to take me, and this is really heavy packaging, so you know, the weight of it kind of doesn't sound right. Awesome. But last month it was 139.2 grams. This month it is 133.5 grams. Now it only has 50 grams of actual product in here. So how much have I used up from once I first added this? 156.9. Let's see. 156.9. Yeah, I've already used up over 20 grams of product, so that's good. But when I put it in here, it was not completely full, but like mostly full. So, you know, still got a ways to go on it. Maybe in another couple of months it'll be done. I hope so. I mean, I'm only really hope to get done with this kind of soon just because I like to show it empty, but I actually really like this stuff for my face at night. Like, it's thick without being disgusting, especially in this hot ass summer that we're having. So yeah. Next is the Miraness Makeup Remover, the product that never moves properly. Here is my progress. Like none. As I mentioned last time, the packaging on this is faulty. I think it broke in shipping. My friend Hannah sent this to me. I have to like open it and then turn it upside down to pump it so that I actually get product out, which is really annoying, but like that's how you open it right now. And the packaging leaks a little bit. It just drives me crazy. So now I really want to get it used up. But it's a good product. It's just the packaging on it is dying, basically. Next, I have my Julep eyeshadow stick. And I forgot when I put this in, that's like, these have no progress. They take like a year to use up. So this is what it looks like. It looks like, when I look at it, that I've made progress. But I think like the Laura Mercier ones are creamier, and this is like more not creamy, sturdy. I don't know the word for it. So it has like no progress. Whereas I got used to my Laura Mercier ones that I was panning, and once I started using just them, they went relatively quickly. So, like I say relatively quickly, they still took me like 2 to 3 months, maybe even 4 months at a time to use. But like I've had this in for 2 months now and I've gotten basically nowhere with it. Yay. All right, so next is my mask. This is the Body Prescriptions Vitamin C Brightening Peel Off Facial Mask. I think I've used this 3 times. Now in the directions it says apply a generous amount, but if you go too generous with it, it will never dry. And then you will have to like scrub it off. So I can't go too generous with it. I'm hoping as I get further down, progress will start showing a little bit better, but we'll see. It is, if you can get the correct amount on there, it does peel pretty nicely. It's hitting that correct amount that I'm having trouble with right now. But it expires next year, so I kind of want to use it up. Let's see. Next is my Rimmel lip liner. Ah, don't fall, I've already knocked one thing over today. Here we are. It is the Vinyl Jelly Gloss Lip Liner. They don't make these anymore, but and because of that, it's one of the reasons why I want to use it up. But here is what it looks like. And I do have a mark on a piece of paper, and I suspect in about 2 months this will be done, unless, you know, my sharpener starts to eat it like it started doing with the lawn comb pencil. But here it is right here on the side. Stop focusing on me. Don't focus on me. There we go. We got a little bit of it there. Like I said, I think in about 2 months it'll be done, unless, you know, my sharpener decides I'm going to eat this. Like, it's a freaking NARS sharpener. It should be better than that, but occasionally it just eats a pencil. I can only do so much with it. Next is my micellar water. This is the Simple micellar water, one of my favorites, but I'm trying to go cruelty free, so I can't repurchase this, but there are a lot of other micellar waters out there, so I will survive. But when I first got really into this, this was like the first on the American market outside of like Bioderma, which you had to like specialty order at the time. Anyway, last month we were here, now we're down to here. I might be able to use this up in the next month. If not, definitely 2 months. I burned through micellar waters. And I know they make like a bigger size of this now, so if you like it, you can get a bigger one. Let's see, and finally, before I get into new products, I have my Glam Glow Super Serum that I am trying to pan. And last month, it weighed 76.7 grams, and this month it weighs 71.4, and I cannot remember for the life of me if I had the cap on last time or not. And this cap apparently weighs like 5 grams. So I weighed it with the cap on to be on the safe side, but you know, if I finish it next month, suddenly we'll know that I probably didn't have the cap on it when I weighed it last time. I just couldn't remember. But there's only 30 grams in this, so I used up at least 5 grams last month. We'll go with that. And I was using it for at least a month before that. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have this. We'll see. I only use it at night though, because it's got a bunch of stuff in it that can make me oh, excuse me. But it's got a bunch of stuff in there that can make me burn if I go outside and wear it during the day, so I only use this at night. But if I used it, you know, day and night, it would go a lot faster, obviously. New products. So I am putting back in the Beast That Won't Die. I tried to pan this last year and it went so slow, and I'm sure it's going to go slow again this year, but I had a goal, just a personal goal of using up at least 3 colored brow products this year, and I've already used up 4. So I feel okay trying to pan this now. And I don't have a money goal in this project pan like I did last year, so, you know. I could spend 6 months on this and it not be a big deal, or I guess 5 months now because we're in July. I don't know, I can't count, but this is the IT Cosmetics brow pencil that I honestly really don't like, but it's expensive. It's like $24 pencil. I did get this in a BoxyCharm, but I've already started using it. I've used up at least like a third of it at this point, if not more. And now I have to like warm it up on my hand because it's starting to dry out, which is really annoying. It hasn't started ripping out brow hairs yet though, so as long as I warm it up, it's fine. That's what I don't like about that thing, is that it's already a dry product and then it dries out relatively quickly for a brow pencil, which sucks. Next is a lip balm. This is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Kiss Cupuaçu lip butter. I'm sure I mangled that. But it is a full size. I looked it up, so I thought it was good to put in here rather than like my samples project pan. Here is what I have. This is a really nice lip balm. I don't necessarily think it's worth $18. I got this as part of a holiday kit. So yeah. I'm just gonna try and use it up. This is the lip balm that lives at my bedside, so it is definitely the one getting, you know, the major usage. Next is actually a perfume. I finally found my perfumes. So I complained in another video that I had packed them in a box when I moved, and I still have a couple of boxes hanging around, just like stuff that I don't necessarily use a lot, and I think it wound up in one of them. Well, I was right, it did. And I have the Katy Perry Killer Queen perfume. We are starting right about here, and as you can obviously see, we are at the largest part, and then it's going to taper down really quickly to about right there is where it ends. So there's not a lot of product in here. This is just like a 1 ounce. But it's by far my oldest perfume, and it's one of the few perfumes I still have because I mostly have body sprays now, just by nature of being a zany laney rep. That's what I have, so I haven't been buying much in the way of perfumes, although I did buy a Pacifica perfume this month because I saw that, you know, the rollerballs, they have sprays now, and they're not much different in price, so I thought, yay. Anyways, finally, I have a primer, and I know you're thinking I'm crazy because I'm already having trouble with one primer, but I'm actually going to be using this up as skincare because I don't like it as a primer. It is the Touch in Sol No Problem Prime Essence. It is Calendula Officinalis Flower Extract. This is super liquidy. I have mashed out the air in this. You can't hear it right now, but I'll put some on my hand and you can see just how damn liquidy it is. Like, can you see that? It is literally water. So I want to use this up as a like daytime essence on my face, because it literally says essence, because otherwise it doesn't really work for me as a primer. It's just, it can't hold shit to my face, which, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily supposed to do that. I believe it's supposed to be more moisturizing. That's totally fair, but I've already used like a little chunk of it trying to test it for my BoxyCharm video, which I will be filming after this. And yeah, I figure I could just pretty easily use it up as skincare. It's still a makeup item, so it counts towards my makeup use up at the end of the year, no matter how I use it up as. And yeah, that'll be one less thing in my collection. So a little bit rambly today, but that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!